not very happy because I was moved from my old town and I had lost my old puppy because of the move, because my old puppy was kind of wild, and my mom had remarried and we were moving to a new town, so I was not happy when I got to Westfield. And the reason Gretchen and I formed such a bond is because I needed her so much. Um, and now I'd like to talk about kind of how she had her own life. Back in the 80s, it wasn't uncommon to let a dog roam around, especially if you lived in a suburban area near maybe some streams and rivers. And she really had a great life of her own. She had a boyfriend named Hugo who also had a life of his own, and he was a Brittany Spaniel mix, I want to say. And he would come from the next street. He would come every day for her, and they would go on their adventures. And if we didn't let her out, well, he would drop some tree, a bone or something, a ball he found in someone's garage on the other side of the sliding door. And they had a great time together. And I really felt like I was one of them, because when they came back with the mud all over their undersides, I would just sit there in the grass or in the mud with them and in the dirt and just be one of them. I mean, I was a kid. I was shorter down to the ground, and I didn't have a job or a car, so I had, hour after hour to just sit with them. I really did feel like I was one of them. So this section is called The Free Bird from page 11. And I'm going to read from my copy. By the way, this copy is very special. This is my own copy, and it's made out to my mother, who helped me with this book, who's a writer herself. And she passed away right after she helped me with this book, and right before I published it. So I made sure that I published it on her birthday. It got to me on her birthday, actually, in the mail on my doorstep. And I wrote this out to my mother. But it's our copy together because we did this together. That was my pact, and that's why it was really important for me to work on this after my mom passed away and make sure I got it done and that I get out there, because she said she was going to be with me at book signings, and I know she's here with me. All right, so I'm going to read from page 11, Free Bird. It's a good thing Gretchen was my dog because I needed her. Our whole newly mixed up family did. We needed her cup of peace thrown into the blender of big personalities and opinions that churned in our new blue house. Gretchen would not even let out a whine or whimper or bark to be let out or in. She gently knocked her front paw on the back sliding door to announce her arrival after using the restroom she'd made out of the wooded part of our backyard, because she would never mess up the grass. She'd smile and wag no matter who walked in the front door. Her piece was free for the taking, there on the carpet by the slider where she lay, no matter the dinner-time squabble or tension in the air above her. And it was a good thing Gretchen was ours, because we gave her the two main ingredients for any animal's welfare past food, water, and shelter: love and freedom. She could have used her freedom to lay on the porch or to dart straight into the side of a pickup truck like another dog might, but she used it very wisely. She hooked up with a Brittany Spaniel mix from the next street named Hugo. Hugo knew the whole neighborhood from his regular rounds with the morning ladies' walkers group. When he laid eyes on Gretchen, he let his ladies keep walking. Together, Gretchen and Hugo went farther than they'd ever go on their own, through the maze of little side streets, into the woods, to two different rivers at the bottom of our hill below the Berkshires in western Massachusetts. Hugo and I hit it off right away, and I happily became one of them, until they became like two flying birds taking off through a backyard or deep into the woods, and my 10-year-old toothpick legs surrendered. So I'd wait for them to return, their undersides covered in river mud. And this really shows a childhood view of them. You can tell I'm kind of low down, and they're kind of smiling at me. I really like this picture because it shows that I was one of them sitting there with them. Yeah, so Gretchen was my good friend and got me through those years when I was in your class.
Yeah, see, dogs do it all the time.
Yeah, I was saying that, kids are home, and there may be things going on, like moves and blended families. And we're really home a lot more. We're not so busy and flustered as adults, and we're able to sit and really spend time and just be with animals. And I was saying earlier, I think we can form bonds as strong or stronger with animals as we do with people, because there's no words, so you just have that presence and that being with them, and sometimes just the eye contact or the body language is enough. I mean, sometimes we just